Disability Rights Arizona. Disability Rights Arizona presents self-advocacy and effective communication in healthcare settings. Be prepared. Steps you can take before a medical appointment to ensure effective communication. This video and others in this series are intended to provide you with information about your rights under the Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA. The purpose of the ADA's effective communication rules is to ensure that you and your healthcare provider can exchange and understand information about your healthcare visit. Here are 6 actions to take before your medical appointment or hospital stay that will help you get the care you need. 1. Make the request for accommodations when you make the appointment, either by phone or by patient portal. 2. If you made the appointment by phone, follow up with a written request using the template letter linked in this video's description. In the letter, you will ask your healthcare provider to provide the services you need for effective communication. For example, you can ask for auxiliary aids and services such as licensed sign language interpreters, communication access real-time translation, also known as CART, real-time captioning, or large print or braille. If you need an in-person interpreter, ask for in-person. Otherwise, the provider may use video remote interpreting, or VRI. 3. Provide helpful resources for providing effective communication. Include links to interpreter agencies, CART providers, and the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing, or ACDHH. 4. Review your healthcare provider's policy on their website if available, and print out a copy of the policy to take with you. 5. If your accommodation request gets approved, create a written communication access plan and ask that it be included in your medical records for future medical appointments. There are links to example access plans in this video's description. 6. Stay organized. Add copies of the following important documents to a folder that you take to your healthcare appointments, ER or urgent care visits, or hospital stay. Include the request for accommodations given to your provider, the confirmation approving the request, the ADA rule on effective communication that is linked in this video's description, and your communication access plan. Addressing any problems. If your provider encourages you to use VRI and you cannot use VRI for the appointment, be sure to explain why VRI is not effective. See links in this video's description for some reasons why VRI may be ineffective. If you requested VRI, ask the healthcare provider to train the staff on how to use it and test to see if it works before your appointment. If you are available, ask to be there when they do the test so you can confirm that it works. You may hear from your provider that they do not want to provide the service because it will be too expensive. However, there may be tax credits available for providing the service. It can be helpful to include information about tax credits for small businesses that provide communication access for patients with disabilities. Remember to follow up with the healthcare provider if you do not receive approval before the appointment. If the healthcare provider denies the ASL interpreter or CART, ask the provider for their internal grievance process, but keep in mind that some doctors' offices may not have a grievance process. Some issues may be resolved with self-advocacy. For instance, healthcare providers may pressure you to use lip reading. However, lip reading is often inappropriate since medical concepts and terminology can be complex. Other healthcare providers may assume a patient who is hard of hearing may need an interpreter, but not realize the patient does not use ASL and would prefer CART. You may find that you need to educate healthcare workers about deaf or hard of hearing culture in order to get the care you need. If you've been denied effective communication, you may want to complete a client intake with Disability Rights Arizona. You can contact us through our website at www.disabilityrightsaz.org or by phone at 800-927-2260. This video was brought to you by Disability Rights Arizona through a grant from the Arizona Commission for the Deaf and the Hard of Hearing. It has been made available for educational purposes and should not be used as a substitute for competent legal advice from a licensed professional attorney in your state.